One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
All right, everyone. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum. I should be broadcasting just about all over the place. Sorry, I just unlocked the comments there if you're trying to make a comment. So I'm on Periscope, Twitter, well, that's the same thing, Facebook, YouTube, and of course, Haps. And what is Haps? It is an exciting new platform that makes it super easy for me to simultaneously broadcast to all my social channels and see all your comments right here. So subscribe for free, and you can do this for free. You could be a professional wannabe just like me. All right, so we're picking the fights for UFC Vegas 22. We're also going to recap a little bit of UFC Vegas 21 and some of the unfortunate events. And I think I may, if I don't get a lot of action here, I may try to enter Clubhouse and get some voices. So in the Fight Club room over at Clubhouse. So first off, let's go over some of these fights from UFC Vegas 21. So Angela Hill, Ashley Yoder at strawweight. That fight went pretty much like I thought. It was a rematch, and it went the same way basically. So Angela won that decision. Eric Anders versus Darren Stewart. Yuck. Ends in a no contest with an illegal knee from Anders. A little more than 20 seconds left in the third round. Note, I did say a no contest, not a win, like the Jan Sterling fight. I think the rules are just a tad bit different there. I think because it can't be a no contest in a championship fight, I think if he's just a little bit compromised, the belt changes hands. I don't know why that is. And then Ige looked great against Gavin Tucker, Dan Ige. He thought, I thought he was going to come out like he thought, like he did. I mean, especially after losing to Calvin Kattar in that last fight. But I guess Gavin Tucker is supposed to be really good. I guess we'll see that next time, I suppose. So that one was quite interesting there. And let's see here. Oh, this is the heartbreaker. Bilal Muhammad, Leon Edwards. 18 seconds into round two. Leon gets one through the eye of Bilal. So hey Yasmin, thanks for the reaction there. I was in a hotel for my kid. My kid got into state wrestling, so I had one in the high school state. He's a sophomore. He was sixth in the state of Missouri. And then my kid getting ready to go to high school, he was second in the state. So it was a really big weekend for us. It was kind of business as usual here in Missouri. I mean, there were some social distancing, some masks and whatnot. So I hooked my computer up to the TV in the lobby, and I was playing the fights with my computer plugged into the lobby. So needless to say, all the dads in there, including me, were getting a few noise complaints here and there. It's okay. We didn't get kicked out or anything. Yasmin, hello from St. Petersburg, buddy. Hello for you. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends, whatever you want to do there. And so anyway, Bilal was like screaming and crying after he got poked in the eye. I thought he lost his eye. I mean, that was crazy. I mean, it was stressful. I like Bilal. I've spoken to Bilal. Couldn't be a nicer guy. And then Edwards acting like he doesn't want a rematch after just barely over a round is crazy. I mean, Bilal could have very easily turned the tide at some point. He was early in round two of a 5-round fight. No way he doesn't deserve that rematch, especially since he took the fight on short notice. Horrible. And the fact Leon Edwards is calling for a title shot next? Stop it. All right, stop it. I mean, that was insane. Tell me what you guys think, but I think that is just insane to think that he shouldn't get that rematch. All right, we're going to take care of a little bit of business here, and then before we pick the fights for the main event, if y'all don't mind. I'm without a piece of equipment tonight, so Please excuse me if I do a little fumbling here and there. And wherever you are, please hit subscribe. I would much appreciate that. Haps, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you find me, I would appreciate that. All right. Well, before we get to the fights, I want to get to today's sponsor, Manscaped. It's tournament season. Take care of your two favorite basketballs with the best tools for the job. We are talking about Manscaped, the global leaders in male grooming from head to toe. When the clock winds down in March, be clutch and avoid the upset with Manscaped Performance Package to keep all your hair and holes tamed. Your bracket isn't supposed to be perfect, but with Manscaped Performance Package, you can be confident that your nose, ear, and ball pubes are. Yo, we've all trimmed our nose before, and the tears and, just the uncomfortableness. You just want to rip your nostrils out. Well, not with the Weed Whacker ear and nose trimmer, okay? It's included in the Performance Package and is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle and number one seed this season. This amazing bundle also includes a Lawnmower 3.0, the best trimmer on the market for your balls, butt, and body. It even has a little light to avoid accidents, and you could use it in the shower. I do use it in the shower. So let's not forget their famous liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner. That's right. It's like little spritz for the balls in the middle of the days, and it makes them smell good. Avoid that Fromunda, the Fromunda cheese from under your sack. Anyways, be ready for anything. You also receive 2 free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and Shed Travel Bag. I keep all my Manscaped gear in that bag. It's perfect. It's leather. It's beautiful. Your purchase also goes through a good cause because they partner with the GOAT, Alex Caruso, and the Testicular Cancer Society to bring awareness to testicular cancer as part of the We Save Balls initiative. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code MMAFP at manscaped.com. That is 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and use promo code MMAFP. When things get hairy, make sure to call Manscaped in clutch time. All right. Well, thank you so much for that. I say we get to the fights, but before that, why don't we try to join this little thing called Clubhouse? And I'm going to do it. I'm going to join Clubhouse right now. All right. So, Clubhouse people, if anyone happens to join this room, come on in. And I'm going to put you on speaker here, and I need to pay attention to this because I missed a few last time, and we're going to pick fights. And of course, if you are on Haps, please feel free to do the same. So on Clubhouse now. All right, and clubs are for club members only unless open to everyone. Well, I need to open this to everyone. Let visitors in, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, well, I messed that up. So, bummer. Okay. Well, that's not going to work out for me. We tried. Okay. But I will keep this room open just in case. So we'll see what that's about. I wonder if I could do that again. Well, that is a shame. I'll try this one more time. Add a topic. All right. UFC Vegas 22 picks. Okay. We're doing this again. Going to Clubhouse. We're going to give her a shot. I don't know how to let visitors in, review the club world. Club rooms are for club rooms. Okay. Forget it. We're going to go here. First fight of the night that we are going to pick here, and I got to get right back to it. Welterweight, Max Payne Griffin versus Song Kenan. All right, and let me get to the right place here. All right, let's take a look at Max Payne Griffin. He's got some decent wins. Just won against Rami Brahimaj, but does have some losses in there too. Cowboy Alex Oliveira, Alex Morano. Because he has more losses than I thought. Thiago Alves, Curtis Millender. Does have that win against Mike Perry. Like to see that. And I believe that's when he about bashed Perry's face in. That wasn't him. Elijah Zaleski. lost to him. Oh, man, not as impressive as I thought. And Song Kanon just beat Callan Potter. Has a win over Derek Krantz. Has a loss against Eric Morano. Did knock out Callan Potter, though, in round 1. Has a win against Hector Aldana. Not the best known fighters on this card. I will tell you this. So I think, Song Kong's been in here since 2017, and I didn't think he was in the UFC that long. And you got Max Payne Griffin's been in the UFC since about the same time, honestly. And if I were to take a look at the odds here, and I will, because you all love the odds. Y'all get mad if I don't mention the odds. So Max Payne Griffin is a minus 165 slight favorite. Oh, man. Whereas Song Kanon is a slight underdog at 145. Ooh. This is a little more interesting now because Kanon has 2 wins in a row and a lot more wins in between. And Max Payne Griffin, not so much. He is, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I'm trying to figure out, I think there's a reason that, I think Song Kanon is probably some good underdog money there. I wouldn't place a lot on that for sure, but yeah, I'm going to put the money on, I'm going to put the pick rather on Song Kanon. All right, next up, Adrian Yanez, Gustavo Lopez. Both these guys fighting at bantamweight. Let's take a look here. Yanez has quite the streak going here. Victor Rodriguez, Reddy Huang, Kyle Estrada, Michael Rodriguez, Warren Stewart. Hasn't lost since 2018. But only 2 of these fights in the UFC, one, of course, in the Contender Series. Take a look at Gustavo here, Lopez. He just beat a short notice Anthony Burchak. He has a decision loss to Merab Davashvili. Merab's no joke. I put a lot of stock in the fact he went the distance with him. For that, some wins in a row. Joey Roquette, Jose Alday. These are not in the UFC, of course. Merab being his first fight there. So Adrian Yanez, Gustavo Lopez. Let's take a look at the odds here. Yanez is quite the favorite here, minus 200. Whereas a slight underdog is Gustavo Lopez, which is kind of odd here. I don't know these two well enough to discern that the odds aren't right, so I'm going to say they are. And go with Adrian Yanez here. And going back to Yanez, just the fact that he went 3. Did he? No, I'm sorry. Going back to Lopez here, just the fact that he went 3 with Merab. I'm changing my pick. He went 3 rounds with Merab. Way tougher competition than anyone Yanez has fought. I'm going to go with the underdog here. Gustavo Lopez. Yeah, because I think Merab is way underrated. All right, next up. Okay, we are talking heavyweight. Gross. Tai Tuivasa, the shoey. Blah. The shoey, so gross. Against Don'Tale Mayes. Okay, Don'Tale Mayes. I believe. No, this is his. Oh, he's been in the UFC a minute. Longer than I thought. Lost to Cyril Gahn, Rodrigo Nascimento. Did just beat Rock Martinez. And then you got Tuivasa. His record, he's not as experienced as you would think he is. I guess he's 11-3, but not much in the UFC. Did just beat Stefan Struve with punches back in October. But then he has 3 losses in a row: Sergey Spivak, Blaga Ivanov, Junior Dos Santos. But then he was in quite a little streak there: Andrei Arlovsky, Cyril Asker, Rashad Coulter, James McSweeney, a name from the past there. Let's take a look and see what the odds say, shall we? So the odds say, yeah, Tai Tuivasa is a big favorite here, minus 230. I don't see why that's not true. I'm going to go Tai Tuivasa in that one as well. Gregor Gillespie, man, where's he been? He has not fought since that devastating loss to Kevin Lee back in, that's been since 2019, November 2019. So he's been out a minute. But nothing but wins before that. Yancy Medeiros, Vince Pichel, Jordan Winaldi, Jason Gonzalez, Andrew Holbrook. Wow. We can keep going here. And then you got Brad Riddell. Nothing but wins there either. But I don't know that the strength of schedule is quite so good. Alex Da Silva, Magomedov Mostevov, Jamie Malarkey. Yeah, I don't know who these guys are. I know who Gregor Gillespie is. I got to see him fight in Philly, actually. And he is a big favorite here. Minus 235. You have Brad Riddell plus 185. I don't see why you don't pick Gregor in this one. Okay, for sure. All right, let's see what up here. I need to turn this down for a minute. Whoop. Okay. All right. Well, I see I got Robbie in the room at Clubhouse. Robbie, I'm going to invite you to speak because nobody else is in here. And I'm also on haps.tv, but it is what it is. So, Robbie, if you got anything to say, I am getting ready to pick the main event. So, perfect timing for you. Robbie, can you hear me? How you doing?
Aaron, I'm good, man. What's going on? I just got this notice on my phone, the Fight Club. What are you up to?
Hey, nothing. I got to ask you, do I have permission to record you? You are also on the MMA Fight Picks podcast.
Oh, I'm on the Fight podcast?
Yeah.
Sure, man. I'm just a fan listening. I mean, I wish I was online listening to the podcast.
Oh, that's cool. Well, next time you can go to, I guess the easiest way to tell you is go to aaronsayswhat.com and click on the MMA Fight Picks tab and all the places you can listen, live stream, and all that. Or
I'll do that right now as we're talking. Let me get on my computer. So,
beautiful.
Yeah. What's the address, Aaron?
It's Aaron Says What, AARONSAYSWHAT.
What.com. I'm kidding. Aaron Says What. All right.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know. I'm stuck with that name because my Twitter got verified with it, so I can't ever change it now.
That's okay. Here it is. There it is. Okay, I see it pops up. Boom. Aaron Weinbaum?
Yes, sir.
All right, my man. I got it. I see it. It's a nice site. So what's going on? What's your podcast today, sir?
This is the MMA Fight Picks podcast. So we are picking UFC Vegas 23 fights, and I'm at the main event. I'm about to pick Derek Brunson and Kevin Holland.
Where can I see what you're looking at in terms of the different fights and who's on the card?
So I'm on Tapology. You can go to tapology.com. And we have somebody else in the room, Martine. So, Martine,
yeah, you got someone else, man.
If you want to speak, raise your hand.
Man, Clubhouse is amazing. Aaron, how long have you been doing your own podcast for?
Oh, gosh, this one, I've been podcasting for about 6 years altogether. So, I just did this one a couple years ago. So, and I do another podcast on how to podcast. What's that?
Well, I'm in the real estate industry in Seattle, and I was thinking about, obviously I jumped on to, can you hear me? Sorry about that.
Yep.
I jumped on to Clubhouse just to learn and listen and get my social media game going. And it's just amazing to me, all the opportunities to meet people and learn. And I was thinking about doing a podcast for real estate, but it just seems as though there's a lot of us out there. I like to sit back and listen sometimes too.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. Real estate, that's awesome. Are you a big fight fan?
I used to be. It's been a couple of years. I got kind of sick. I'm just kind of getting that. I was in the hospital for a while, and with COVID, I'm just actually happy to be alive.
Man.
So no, I mean, I love watching stuff on TV, but no, I wish I could say I'm more of a fan. You picked the wrong guy, man.
It's all right. I don't understand how you got in this. It's supposed to be the Fight Club room, but you know what? We're going to talk about these fights here real quick. We got Lucas in the room as well. Lucas, if you want to talk about the UFC card this Saturday. Raise your hand. I'll let you in.
Yeah, Aaron, I don't want to take away from what you're doing, man. I'm happy to be here, listen to what you're doing, and help any way I can.
All right.
But yeah, man, congrats to what you're doing. I'm jumping online looking at this stuff, but you're actually, did you say you're in Vegas right now?
No. I'm picking the fights for Vegas. But hey, that's all right, man. Feel free to listen in. I'm gonna see what Lucas wants. So hang on just a second here.
Yeah, man, don't worry about it. I'm just happy to be here, and I love what you're doing. And I'm not going anywhere, but I'll hit mute, and you do your thing, sir.
All right, thank you.
Of course.
All right, Lucas, I sent you an invite, so you just need to accept. First of all, Lucas, I have your permission to record you on the MMA Fight Picks podcast.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm from Brazil. I speak a little bit more, not too much good English, but I like a lot UFC. And thank you for inviting this room, my friends.
Yes. Do you like UFC? Beautiful. So I'm getting ready to pick the main event here. You can find me over at, I'm all over the place here. AaronSaysWhat.com. Click on the MMA Fight Picks podcast. Or you can find me on Twitter, AaronSaysWhat1, and watch me on Periscope. You can watch me wherever you want. I'm on YouTube all over the place right now. So I wish there was a way to leave links here, but there is not. So bummer on that. All right, you know what? We're going to get to the main event fight here. I do appreciate you guys coming on. So Derek Brunson, Kevin Holland. Let's take a look-see here at, first of all, Derek Brunson. All of a sudden on a 3-fight win streak here, really took it to Edmund Shabazian, who I thought was going to win, and didn't, of course. And I don't think Shabazian's been back, and he's got wins over Ian Heinisch, Elias Theodorou, hasn't lost since Israel Adesanya. Everyone loses to that guy. Lost to him in November 2018. Also a loss to Jacare Souza. Now let's take a look here. Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland, he's one of those guys that's hard for me to take seriously until this Jacare Souza fight where he beat the brakes off of him. And then you're going back. He hasn't lost since May of 2020, and what a 2021 he had. To finish off 2020, he beat Jacqueline Buckley, Darren Stewart, Charles Ontiveros, Jacare Souza. So is that 5 wins in 2020? He fought 5 times in 2020, and golly, hasn't lost. I mean, it's crazy. He's fought as much as most guys fight in 2 years, which is incredible to me. And that's awesome. So, that being said, let's take a look at the odds, shall we? Over here at Tapology.com. Derek Brunson, Kevin Holland. The odds are, you got Kevin Holland as a slight favorite at minus 175, whereas Brunson is a slight underdog at plus 145. So, interesting here. I keep doubting Kevin Holland. But really, the biggest test he had was Jacare. But Jacare's not quite the same as he was. Everyone else, not so much. He had that weird neck injury against Charlie Ontiveros. But Derek Brunson hasn't really beaten a top guy in a while since Lyoto Machida back in 2017 because should have beat Jacare Souza, didn't. Israel now the champion. Elias Theodorou no longer there. Ian Heinisch just lost to Kelvin Gastelum. So, this is tough. Edmund, though, he is pretty tough. I'm going with the underdog here. Get it. I'm going with the underdog. Going with Derek Brunson. How about that? So, beautiful. All right. Anyone else on Periscope or whatnot, just feel free to go AaronSaysWhat.com, and you can find me there. And that's it for the fights this week. Haps, get your sports category, man. It would be quite helpful. All right, I'm leaving. I take that back. Tristan, if you're here to talk UFC, raise your hand. If not, I'm leaving. This is all right. You're on, Tristan. I'm gonna invite you in and talk UFC. Beautiful.
What's going on?
Hey, not much, man. Are you here to talk some UFC?
Yeah. You can hear me good?
I can hear decently, yeah.
How about now? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, so before we start with UFC 23, I just listened to the interview with Bilal Muhammad about the whole situation
Yeah.
on last week's card. Did you listen to the interview?
No, I didn't listen to the interview. I watched the fight.
Well, no, Bilal had the interview today, and a lot of the points that he was saying made kind of sense to run that back to get a rematch because of the high calls, and I kind of agree with him.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing a lot of people like, no, but Leon should fight somebody else. He was winning the fight anyway. Doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, yeah, but dude, it's 5 rounds. We don't know
Right.
what was going to happen for round 2 or 3.
So I actually talked about this at the beginning of the podcast. It was barely round 2 when this fight ended. Could have very easily been turned around. He took the fight on short notice. He did Leon a favor, and you got Leon now after nearly poking Bilal's head out, or his eye out through his head, claiming now he should be fighting for the championship. That's bullshit. And Bilal, who I've actually spoken to before, very nice fella, no, it's wrong. No way. It is a travesty if he doesn't get that rematch, and it's an equal travesty if somehow Leon gets a title shot, with this performance.
Well, he won't get a title shot because it's already been booked between Masvidal versus Usman. So, and he made some good points, and it was and that's what got him really upset because it's you're walking around saying, no, I want to deserve a title shot. Dude, you just poked Bilal Muhammad in the eye badly. Could have lost his vision. You out here saying, yeah, I want a title shot. Are you kidding me?
Tristan,
I would have been like, you know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I forgot to ask you. You're okay with me recording you? You're on the MMA Fight Picks podcast.
Oh, I didn't even know. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
You have to ask with Clubhouse. It's weird. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, go ahead. You were going to say something?
No. I was just making sure I could record you. I keep forgetting to ask.
Yeah, so I was kind of stunned about the whole thing. So, I mean, hopefully they could run it back, but we'll see. I think Leon may take even Stephen Thompson or Gilbert Burns, one of those two. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. Luckily, I guess it looks like Bilal's not going to have any permanent damage, so that's cool. All right. Thank you, Tristan. Hey, I see a couple other people in here. Javier. Oh, somebody just left. Javier, are you a UFC fan? If so, raise your hand, and if you would like to talk some UFC. I wish you guys were here earlier. I just went through the whole UFC Vegas 23 card, and I picked the fights there, and I appreciate y'all listening. All right, Armand. Oh, Armand wants to speak. Armand, are you a UFC fan? If not, we'll see what happens here. I'm going to invite you to speak, Armand. All right, Armand, are you a UFC fan, Armand?
I am no speak English.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you anyway, Armand. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to move you back to the audience. All right. It's very interesting how some people find these rooms. Javier, last chance. Do you want to speak? Do you want to talk about UFC? Because apparently these guys follow you. All right. No, I guess not. All right. Well, hey, listen to me, guys. Please, those of you interested in the podcast that would like to be into the real live stream, you go to aaronsayswhat.com, click on the MMA Fight Picks tab, and you can get on any of these streams. They're all completely interactive. I am on a platform where I can pull comments from Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. Armand, I'm sorry you don't speak English, and I don't think you're a UFC fan, so I apologize for not bringing you back into the room. And we're going to go ahead and end it for now. Until next time, this is the MMA Fight Picks. I'm gonna go out with the outro here. You're just gonna hear a little audio thing here in Clubhouse, but you could be watching this beautiful thing live if you were somewhere else. So, till next week, shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on aaronsayswhat.com.